Okay, so if I was to rate this episode out of 5 stars, I would probably give it 3.5 stars. This episode wasn't terrible, but I mean, I could have been given a little bit more. Hey y'all, this is your girl D Nicole, and today I'm coming to you with a recap and review of Insecure Season 4, Episode 7, Low Key Tripping. So our girl Molly is dealing with the aftermath of the block party, and her and Asian Bay have their first vacation. So if you're not familiar with my channel, welcome me, welcome you. Make sure that you click the like and subscribe below. And to my old couch potatoes, let's get to it. Alright, y'all, so this is the aftermath of the block party, and this episode opens up, and y'all, I knew Issa was not so slick like she thought she was. So Molly is at the counter of the Ethiopian restaurant where she spots Issa about to enter into the restaurant. Molly is getting herself together for this sooner than expected conversation, only to find out that Issa turns away and heads back to her car, avoiding that sooner than later conversation. We can see there by Molly's face that she is genuinely surprised by Issa's actions. Alright, y'all, so we see that Molly and Asian Bay are getting nice and cozy because he is sitting up in homegirl house when she's not even there. So when she arrives, Andrew senses some tension and he asks Molly, is she okay? Molly then tells him that she saw Issa and Issa ran away from her like she was running from a job. Andrew asks her if she's going to reach out. And Molly tells him that she is not reaching out because she didn't do anything wrong. Okay, y'all, so we can see that, Molly still doesn't think that she did anything wrong for confronting Issa at that event. But she has to know, y'all, that she was wrong. Like, I don't blame you for being mad, but confronting her at that event, like, you could have waited until the next day at another time. Okay, so now Molly's trying to get all about her funk about Issa, and she's like, you know what? Issa not going with us to Mexico. So we find out that Asian Bay and Molly are going on their first vacation. JR soon interrupted y'all by a text, and Molly finds out that she has to go to a meeting before she has to go to the airport. Okay, y'all, so Molly gets to work, and her assistant brings in the meeting's agenda. And y'all, Molly has to ask her assistant, like, why was I informed of this meeting at the last minute? She apologizes and tells, her that Malcolm did reach out to her earlier about the meeting, but it's just been so crazy with the case. And Molly like, girl, like, you don't get paid to make me look bad. You making me look bad. Gone on. This is it. Like, Alright, y'all, so Molly is running, trying not to miss her flight, and her and Andrew spot each other, and they abort their flight. Instantly on the flight, Andrew is flexing, y'all. He's like, bring me a whiskey, bring her wine, bring me the Economy Plus blanket, because we Economy Plus, we need all our pluses. So we see yet another, star cameo with Kim Fields, and Kim Fields is that travel by yourself traveler who sparks a conversation with you and, tell all their business, and you really don't care. So Molly and Andrew are, toasting to their first vacation, and Molly asks Andrew if they can basically, chill for the night, then catch a late dinner, and that she's sorry that, his brother has came up with plans, but, she's just tired for the day. And Andrew was like, maybe he can shift some things around. It's annoying at first that his brother goes by a schedule, but, you'll get used to it. And, he's paying for everything, so it's pretty much nice. Molly realizes that it is nice and how that the last thing she would want to do is, to ruin Andrew's brother vacation. And so she then tells him that she's down for whatever for the weekend, and that Molly and Andrew then, y'all, share this little blanket with that Economy Plus blanket. Gross. Molly. Okay, y'all, so Molly and Andrew have finally made it to their resort, and Molly meets Andrew's brother Victor and his wife. Andrew's brother wouldn't be a brother if he wasn't irritating and making jokes, congratulating Molly on making it this long with Andrew. So Andrew asks what are the plans for the night, and his brother says not much, and y'all get this long itinerary, and then was like, oh yeah, dinner at 7. And so Andrew trying to, grant Molly her wishes, asks the brother if, they could just, meet at dinner later because it has been a long day. And the brother was like, I mean, how often do you get to vacation at a spot like this? And so the couple, they say that they're going to meet up later, and they split and go their separate ways. All right, y'all. So Molly and Andrew are in their hotel room, and it seems as if they're getting ready to head out. So Looking for Latoya has made it all the way to Mexico, y'all. I have become so invested with this Looking for Latoya. I hope they find her ass. So Molly is so excited. She's like, I hope you don't explode. And she shows all her little lingerie to Andrew looking like, I mean, what am I exploding for? And so Molly like, what did you bring? And so he starts pulling out all these little toys, and Molly like, dang, I should have brought some little feather thing. And so Andrew then tells her that they don't need all of those toys. What's sexy to him is finding out what she is really into. And she says okay, and tells him that she really liked what happened on the airplane that they shared. And he jokes about, people watching, and she told him that it wasn't really about people watching. It's really about, the adrenaline of getting caught. And she whispers something in his ear, and y'all, the next thing I know, them motherfuckers are on the damn balcony having some good little sex. Like, all right, y'all. So Molly and Andrew have obviously had a long night because they didn't make it out with Andrew's brother and his wife. So Molly apologizes about not making it out last night, that they had a long flight, and Andrew's brother like, I'm used to Andy and his showbiz time. So Molly tells him that, she's excited about what he has planned, and the brother was like, let's go ahead and begin this day. So they get to the top of this trail, and Molly is like, okay, this is cute, but how are we getting down? And now they end up ziplining down, and we can see that on our girl's Molly, that she is thankful for this new experience. Y'all, this scene continues to later on in the day, and the couples are sharing a couple dances on their dance floor. Alright, y'all, so this next scene, Molly and Andrew are back in the room, and Andrew tells Molly that she's a trooper for putting up with Victor's crazy schedule. She tells him that, it's actually cool. I had fun. So Andrew then checks his phone, and he sees that he has a few missed calls from our boy Nathan. So he returns back the calls, and Nathan tells him that, it's something wrong with that, garage opener, and he tells him that it's an extra garage opener somewhere in the house. But before they hang up the phone, y'all, we hear our girl Issa in the background. And so, Andrew looks back like, you hear that, to Molly? And so when he hangs up, Molly was like, of course. And Andrew like, what? And so she was like, Issa is back with Nathan. And he was like, I think they're just kicking it. And he was like, he already showed her who he is. Issa likes messy. That drags. And so he's like, So Molly like, what? And he tells Molly, like, Nathan was dealing with some stuff. So Molly like, what? Dealing with what? And so he was like, for some mental health things. And Molly finally gets some sympathy for Nathan. And so, he tells him, I don't know, but it's some things went down with Issa. I don't care. It's none of our business. And so he was like, they're not on this trip with us. It don't even matter. So Molly was like, you know what? No more Issa talk. So Molly seems to end their night with, her little nice outfit. And, they have fun with the things they brought for this vacation. They really gonna vacate. Let's vacate. Okay, y'all, so it's the next day at the poolside with the family. And Andrew's sister-in-law tells Andrew how, the brother had invited the sister and, fills him in on the ladies. So she's then splashed, and Molly volunteers to go get a towel. So Molly's at the towel check-in, and this white couple is granted a towels. And, Molly has asked for her key card. So Molly's like, I don't have it on me. And the towel lady was like, in order to get a towel, you need your key card. So Molly then tells her, like, you didn't ask this white couple, and the lady defends herself again, saying, I don't know what you're trying to accuse me of. And she was like, give me a towel. And the girl was like, calm down. Let's go get a manager. And so Molly is then rescued by Andrew's brother, who sees the whole incident, and he shows his key card, and Molly is given a towel. So Andrew is sensing the frustration once our girl, gets back to the pool, and he asks her what is wrong. And she's like, nothing the usual. And Andrew's brother was like, the town girl's being intense about her job. And Molly was like, no, she's being selectively racist. So Molly, like, I watched her give this white couple towels with no problem. And Andrew's brother asked him, did he see it too? He tells her yes, but he then asked her, do you think it's about race? So Andrew like, Victor, don't be dumb. And Molly was like, so what are you trying to say? And Victor's like, but what if it wasn't? What if she was just doing her job? What if her boss would have came over and blah, blah, blah. What if you're making this, hard about assuming? So Andrew starts talking in Chinese, defending his girl. And so Molly was like, I'm still here. Y'all need to speak English. So Molly and Andrew brothers begins to go back and forth. And he was like, so you don't think I experienced racism? I know it sucks. But the way you react is your choice. And you're giving them too much power. And so Molly was like, y'all only consider yourselves people of color when it benefits you. And Andrew was like, that's not true. I don't think like that, Molly. And Molly like, you're different. I'm like, damn, Molly, you done fucked up giving him this different talk. So Andrew brother was like, is still being irritating. He was like, it seems like to me that you're picking and choosing, what do you think, is racist? And she was like, fuck you. Andrew, get your fucking brother. She storms off, and y'all, she's basically doing what she said she didn't want to do on that plane ride, ruin this trip. She has ruined the trip. Went off on the damn brother, y'all. So after the heated argument in the pool, both twist and turn throughout the night, obviously dealing with the attention from the pool side. So Molly wakes up and we see that Andrew has already started with the day, and he has left to go get them some smoothies. So Andrew then tells Molly, let's do something relaxing today. Let's go to the spa. And Molly like, aren't we meeting Victor them later? So Andrew was like, no, they're going to shop in the city today. And Molly like, did I fuck things up? So Andrew's like, no, we talked this morning, and I told him that he was wrong, and he said he was sorry for how he acted. And she says, okay, and I don't want this, to ruin our vacation. Now, y'all, Molly has to know that she's their sister-in-law now. Like, I only tolerate you now because of your brother. So Andrew was like, his brother is an asshole. We'll get through this, and, we'll figure this shit out. So the scene continues, and Molly sneaks away, to get her some little alone time. And we see that she calls her therapist, Dr. Rhonda, and leaves a voicemail trying to set up an appointment as soon as possible because she's having problems letting some things go. All right, y'all. So this is the final scene, and Molly and Andrew have made it back to Cali. Molly sees Lawrence, and they have y'all this awkward exchange, and she ends up introducing Andrew as her boyfriend. So they share how they had just left Mexico, and Lawrence shared how they had just left Frisco. And Molly shares this little awkward joke that only I understood, but it was a Full House reference. So they it becomes awkward, and y'all, they end up going their separate ways. But as they go their separate ways, Lawrence picks up the phone and he tells somebody, like, I've been thinking about you. I want to see you. Let's grab a couple drinks. And so, y'all, we wondering, like, who it is. But clearly, at the end, they give us the scenes for next week. And we see that him and Issa go out, y'all. And I'm like, when are you going to tell Issa what the fuck Condola says? Because it looked like he was still struggling in. Like, go ahead and tell her what the fuck you said. I'm sick of you. You ain't been here for 3 episodes. Shit. All right, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure that you like and subscribe below. And see you next week.